everybody, welcome back to my garden. It is the evening of the 23rd, so this will be a mid to late June garden tour, and I want to show you the woodland garden. I don't think I've done one yet this year, so there are some things in bloom and some things I've missed. There's my Webster in the back. But sun's going down. It's about 6:30 p.m., so I have a little bit of daylight. My son, who lives in Taiwan, is coming with his family this weekend. So I'm trying to get most of these garden tours in before they get here because I won't have any time to do anything like that. So I'm going to try to get all these tours done before they come to visit this weekend. So let me turn the camera around and show you what I've got going on. Okay, and not so perfect timing. My husband just started up his tractor. He's going to work on digging out the floor for our pavilion, but hopefully it shouldn't be too loud. The tractor shouldn't be too loud, hopefully. Okay, this is the beginning part of the woodland garden. It is connected to my raised garden area, and I have an arbor right here with some star jasmine on it, not in bloom at the moment. I have a Tamukiyama Japanese maple that is putting on a lot of growth. And I don't know what variety of crepe myrtle this is, but it's very pretty when it's in bloom. I try to keep this trimmed down every year. It's put on quite a bit of growth. It's getting pretty high, but I try to keep it cut down so it doesn't get out of hand. Otherwise, it will outgrow the space really quickly. So back here, my husband is going to, with my constant needing things changed out here, he's agreed to move this door that he built for me. It's my secret garden door. He's going to move it for me to another location right here. So I want to put it on the opposite side of this paver and over here where the stake is, so that I will actually have an entrance into a secret garden. The door does not serve much of a purpose where it's at right now because I can't plant anything back there. It floods and it runs down this little gully, and it all floods back here. So I can open up the door and show you. The reason he's going to move it is because he has to work on this door. The frame has sunken, so the door won't shut correctly anymore. But I did create a little path down in here, some steps, and I've created a trail that goes all the way to the end of my woodland garden on that side, and then it goes all the way to the barn on that side. But I can't plant anything in there. Nothing would survive the floods. So I'm going to move it over here to this location. So back here I have in bloom, some of it's in bloom. This is Fairy Trail Bride Hydrangea. It's been blooming for quite a while actually, and these have been in the ground. This will be their third season. They're just taking a very, very long time to get any height on them. I did have to redo some of the soil around those. The soil had sunken in and caved around the roots, and the roots were exposed. And this is a red and green caladium. That was the name on the label. I'm sure that's not the actual variety, but that's what the label said. Have some vincas down here, and I think this is a Patriot hosta that I just planted. This part is not part of the raised garden, so it is part of my woodland. This is a lemon burst arborvitae. It's very pretty. It's supposed to get like 4 feet tall and 4 feet wide. I love that. It's really soft. And I have a camellia here. I think it's a pink shishi camellia. And then some sunshine ligustrum and a Carolina sapphire cypress. Over here I have some various caladiums. Those I think are white Christmas, if I'm not mistaken. Then I have a couple red ones. I don't know what the varieties are of those. This is a tropical plant. It's I'll have to put the name on the screen. I always forget. I think it's Brazilian something, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And I put it in a container because I don't want to risk it dying in the winter. So I will put that in my greenhouse. But look how beautiful that color is. It's just very pretty how the wind catches it. It's kind of float, the leaves kind of float. All right, let's zoom back up here. I have some stained glass hostas. This is like a ginger plant. That is also a tropical plant. I will put the name up. It's something bipinnatophytum, but I love these plants right here. I have another one right over there. They die back all the way to the ground when it gets probably below, well, into the 20s. It can handle some lower 30s, but once it starts getting long-term freezing, over a few nights of freezing, it starts to die back to the ground. But it has come back every year. And some foxtail fern, some more caladiums. I think those are candidum and fiestas. These are some new caladiums I just purchased, and the label said pink and green. So I don't know what the actual variety is. I just love how Better Homes and Gardens labels their plants pink and green. This is a new hosta I put in ground. It's called a drinking gourd. It's tiny right now, but it's going to get big. I think it gets up to 38 inches wide. My peace lily is doing wonderful. Look at all the new growth it's putting on. All this fresh new growth. I'm not sure if you saw the video of when I put this in the ground. It was horrible looking, but it's doing really good. All kinds of new growth in here. Some coleus. I think that one is under the sea barracuda. Isn't that pretty? Took some cuttings and placed them in the ground maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and they are taking root. So that one may not, it's not really put any growth on, but I did get 3 out of the 4 because they have grown since I put them in the ground. Some autumn brilliance fern behind these blush pink nandinas. They don't get much sun, so they're not very colored. They're supposed to be a reddish orange color, but they don't get enough sun, so they're not coloring up like that color right there. They should be that reddish color for the most part, but they don't get any sun, not very much sun back here. Have a orange rocket barberry here at the entrance. And this is it's getting ready to bloom. This is a lantana, a yellow lantana, and it gets massive. It will fill up this entire spot right here. I have some tricertis. These are going to bloom soon. I don't see any buds yet, but they probably will bloom in the next couple of weeks. These are pearl something caladiums. I don't remember the name. I think it has something like pearl in the name, but these are probably my favorite caladiums out of all of the ones that I have. Some more autumn brilliance ferns. These are probably a good 3 years old. And over here on this side, lots of caladiums in this bed because it gets mostly sun. I've just planted these 3 right here. I don't know what variety those are. They resemble my blaze caladiums. This is a tropical hibiscus right here. I think it's called Hawaiian Sunset, maybe. Should start blooming. It's got a bud on it now. It's actually really tiny usually it's much taller than that when it starts blooming. May need to put some fertilizer out on these plants. Lots of caladiums. This is a Persian shield I put in this spot. I had a hosta and it died, so I planted this Persian shield. It's really pretty. It's kind of a shimmery purple. Get a close up of it. I don't know if you can see the shimmer on it. It's really pretty though. So this probably won't come back next year. This is in a protected spot, so it may, but it's more than likely won't come back. My other two that I had last fall didn't come back. Now this is a different lantana. This one's more of a creeping lantana, spreading, but it's the same basic color, the one by my arbor. This one is a low spreading. The other one gets about 3 feet tall. This is a Nico Blue hydrangea, putting on a lot of growth. I don't see any blooms in color, so I'll come around to this one. This is the same one. This one has some color on it. I do not have to put ammonium sulfate. I think it's an ammonium sulfate that you have to add to make hydrangeas turn blue. I don't have to add that because I guess my soil is acidic, and it's probably because of all these pine trees. So luckily, I already, mosquitoes on me. That's the joys of having a woodland garden. So luckily my hydrangeas that are, that you can change from blue to pink, luckily mine are for the most part blue. And I have a pop star hydrangea down here, putting on some buds. We'll walk back around this way. I just put these in the ground a few weeks ago, some begonias, just to add a little bit of color right here, and some celosia. I had one of these celosias die off, so I had another yellow one here, so I went and bought a pink one to stick in the place. I couldn't find the yellow one. It's a banana plant, it's a banana tree. Getting ready to open up another leaf. That's been in the ground for about, this is probably the third spring, third summer. Some echinaceas blooming back here. This is a gardenia. It's not in bloom. It's a autumn beauty. August beauty, sorry. August beauty. It's not in bloom yet. Some more begonias. That's a wild dogwood. It blooms early on, and it has beautiful blossoms that resemble the dogwood tree. And my Esperanza is blooming again. Surprised because it doesn't really get enough sun back here. I just put this in the ground this spring. And then these are my ginger plants. They will be blooming before too long. Let's turn this away. Have my Louisiana gator, and the baby is over there. Oh, the mosquitoes are going to kill me before I get this video done. Let's go back over. This is platinum beauty lamandra grass. I have 3 of these out here. And another foxtail fern right here. These are blush pink nandinas. And then these are scent amazing gardenias right here, and there are some blossoms. These are single blossom. Not the prettiest flower, but they smell really great. There's an emerald green arborvitae right there. This is my Adrian's compact Japanese maple. I've had this in this container for just a little over a year. It's doing really good. Very pretty. I want to keep it in the container as long as I can because I'm afraid to put it in the ground and lose it. And when I do put it in the ground, it won't be out here because I don't trust the soil out here. This is looking really good up here. This is a foolproof gardenia. It doesn't bloom a lot because of where it's at, but I'm hoping maybe it will in the future just because maybe it's trying to put on some growth. But I like it there. Even if it doesn't bloom, it just adds a little bit of color back here. And I planted back here a white wedding hydrangea. This will probably be my fourth or fifth white wedding that I've planted. So this is a new spot and it's got a couple blooms on it, getting ready to open. But it doesn't get a lot of sun right here, and our sun seems to scorch the white weddings here. That's why I've bought so many. They just the sun kills them. So I thought maybe if I stick it out here in the woodland where it only gets a little bit of sun, I can keep it alive. And this is Ellie Dreamin'. Some sucker trees I need to pull out again. Ellie Dreamin' Hydrangea. I have just a variety of different things out here. There's some columbine Barlow Girl that I planted from, that I sowed from seed in little cell containers, and they're alive, so I'm happy about that. My blood good Japanese maple is putting on some growth. It's probably going to outgrow this spot, but I'll just keep it trimmed up so that I can walk under it. Got a lot of new things out here in this bed. I'll walk around the front. I have some Ocean Blue Sally salvia. I lost one of these penstemons, Cherry Sparks penstemon. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, I lost one of these plants. It was right there. It just died. No idea why. I tried to keep it watered and it just died like within a week of me planting it. This Limelight Prime is still not vigorous. It's not being vigorous. Look at all these branches. The branches are alive. The branches are alive. It's got growth on the tips, but it's just not putting on any growth. I mean, it's not putting any leaves on these long stems. It looked so good last year. I'm just hoping that it kind of rebounds from whatever the problem is. I have yet to see it bloom. I don't even think it bloomed last year. Have a dahlia that I planted from bare tuber, getting ready to open. I don't recall the name of this one. It's pink and white. It is called Crazy Love. So that will be opening soon. I'm kind of excited to see what that one looks like. And I missed all of my orange daylilies. So all of those bloomed, didn't even get it on video. And there are some in bloom over there. So let me quickly take you over there and show you those. There's not much left over here, but at least there's a little bit in color. So these are my triple orange daylilies. And they look very, very pretty when they're in bloom over here, up against the Nico blue hydrangeas when those are in bloom. At the same time, I just did not get it videoed this summer or this spring. See anything else that's in bloom? Not at the moment. Over here, some coreopsis. Very pretty. I have a few of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those scattered out and about. They seem to do pretty good out here in the woodland. These are my sweetheart caladiums. These are one of my favorites. And I think this one kind of mixed in between with it. I think that one's called Miss Moffat. It's either Miss Moffat or Watermelon. I'm not entirely sure. One of the two. And my fountain is not running at the moment because it's a solar, and the solar panel is in the shade right now. These are the orange ones as well that are out of bloom. Some pretty yellow coreopsis. These are called, I think they're called chenille plants. My neighbor gave me these. I had a few of them, and they've kind of spread out now, multiplied a little bit. They're really pretty plants, so I love them. Like little fuzzy caterpillars. This is a little Henry sweet spire. They don't bloom very long. I have another one right there, but I bought it for the fall color because it has a very pretty fall color, very pretty orange and red color to it. There's a little guy in here. Let's see if I can get him. Yeah, little guy. Got some color on these yellow daylilies. I don't know the name of this daylily. Mosquitoes are still trying to attack me. Some Lovelies bleeding amaranth. And that is another candelabra plant that should get around 4 feet tall. This is a new hydrangea. I have to look at it because I don't recall the name of it. Sweet Starlight. Get some, let's see. Does it say how tall it is? 4 foot high by 3 to 4 wide. Full sun, and it gets about, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 hours of sun. But like I said, it seems like the full sun here scorches my plants. And I don't know what's going on with my Althea, my Rose of Sharon. It's not looking good. It's been in the ground, I think, 2 full years. So I don't know what's up with it. And it has survived that spot where it's been soggy for, the last couple of years. It gets soggy when it rains right here. So I'll have to check that out and see what's going on with it, but it's not looking very good. That's the first time it's not looked good at all. It's always looked wonderful. I have a milkweed down here. I think this is called common white. Let's see. Oh, white swamp milkweed. So I think that's supposed to get like 4 feet tall. I really don't want it to get that tall, but I wanted a native milkweed to our area, and this one's native. So I don't have to worry about cutting this down. Get this to focus. These little flowers are cute. Have some bee balm right here. This was all planted. This whole little area was planted. I think it's been in the ground for, this will be the third season. Sorry, it's summer. I keep saying spring. It's summer now. We're like 3 days into summer. Have some Gara that's not in bloom at the moment. That stuff's getting really big. Some more salvia. Have some really pretty little rudbeckias down here. Let me see what the name of this one is. Prairie Sun. Okay, it doesn't say that it's a rudbeckia. It says it's a daisy. It says it's a gloriosa daisy. But it looks like a rudbeckia to me, so I don't know. The leaves look like rudbeckia. I guess I'll have to look that up and see. Oh no, I've got one dying. Oh, dang. I wonder what happened to it. Looks like it's got some type of mold on it. And the ground's not that wet, so it can't be because it got too much water. Well, that stinks. All right here I have, this is an orange daylily. I am trying to remember the name. Slipped my mind. Let's see if I've got it written on this tag, if I can pull it out and look. Spectacle, color spectacle. The top part broke off, but I remember that it's color spectacle. So this is a really pretty daylily, dahlia. Some more of these yellow coreopsis. And then I have some echinacea. I don't know which variety those are. They might be the Wildsberry. I love echinacea, beautiful. And then back here, this is a abelia. I think this one is Radiance, maybe, or Rose. I'll have to look it up. It may not be Radiance. I think it's Rose something. I don't remember, but it's blooming. It's looking really good. It didn't look so great last year, but it's like it's recuperated. It's really looking good now. This is another barberry. I think it's called Sunjoy Sequins. This one gets a gorgeous fiery orangish red in the fall, but it has a really pretty color on the new growth. Got my dog barking. I got the neighbor's dog barking. Do a quick little, or not quickly, slow walk around just to give you a view of this, how it looks out here in the evening. This was the original garden that I started planting, was this woodland garden, before I ever planted anything around the house. Don't ask me why. All this stuff was planted out here, even the raised garden bed, before I ever started planting the front garden bed and the back garden bed. So this is what got me started in gardening at this house. Was this area right here. It was all woods. Very happy with how it's looking. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned, and I will try to get out a couple more videos before my son, his wife, and my 3 grandchildren arrive from Taiwan. Bye-bye, y'all.